distribution factor? EMF equation. EMF equation of alternator. EMF equation of an alternator. So we will be indicating as it is either I'm going to consider for a phase or it may be a line. Okay, generally we do write the EMF equation for the phase EMF, and then if you want to convert it into line, we are going to multiply with root 3. Okay, this is for single phase. As we are discussing with respect to this alternator, it is a three-phase system, right? So if we are calculating for a three-phase system, then we are going to consider it is a line EMF. Okay, line EMF. If you want to calculate that, again you require that is root 3 into the E phase. This is the formula that we used to use. Now we are going to solve the problems on E phase, that is the EMF of an phase voltage. Okay, the equation is it is 4.44 Kc, that is your pitch factor. Kd is nothing but a distribution factor. F phi into Tph right. So this is an expression for your alternator, EMF equation of an alternator. Suppose if you are considering there is one particular condition where this Kc and Kd will be some constant value for avoiding the pitch as well as for avoiding the number of windings which are connected in some particular distribution factor, right? How best you are going to select the slots and how best you are going to put the conductors in the slots. So if you are not doing it properly, then this factor it will be varying your EMF equation, right? So these are the two corrective measures or the corrective factors that we are going to use in your EMF equation. There is one particular condition wherein you should remember in a problem if they give it is a full pitch coil. If it is a full pitch coil, then you can consider Kc will be equal to 1. That is a pitch factor will be equal to 1. And if there is a concentrated winding, you know what is the word about the concentrated winding, right? Concentrated windings. If you have a concentrated winding, even then you can consider Kd is equals to 1. Kd is equals to 1. Suppose if this is a full pitch coil and concentrated winding, then you can replace Kc as Kd as 1. Then you can use the EMF equation as 4.44 F phi into Tph. Getting my point? And the unit for the voltage is what is that? EMF is nothing but again it is a volts. It is a volts. Okay. Now suppose if they have not given this Kc and Kd, if it is not of a full pitch or a concentrated winding type, then you are supposed to calculate Kc and Kd, right? So in the previous class I have given what is the equation for Kc and Kd. Kc, that is a pitch factor. It is given as cos of alpha by 2. Cos of alpha by 2. Right. So this alpha is nothing but it is your actual span of the coil. That is the actual span of the coil. Or you can also say it is alpha is nothing but the angle of a short pitch. What is the angle that it is going to measure? The angle will be given. Okay. And similarly, if you want to calculate Kd, Kd is nothing but a distribution factor, and the so equation is it is sine of m beta divided by 2 whole divided by m sine of beta by 2. Why I am repeating this is now you are supposed to calculate the what is it? You are supposed to solve the problem, and if you don't know the equations, then it is of waste. So you can please take down the equations which is required for calculating the problems now. Okay. So here m and n. So you have m here. M is nothing but a slots per pole per phase. Means how many slots you have for one pole and for one phase. Okay, m is nothing but a slots per pole per phase. and this beta, you have beta here, no? This beta is nothing but your slot angle. If you want to calculate that beta, you can take it as it is 180 divided by 180 degree divided by n, where n is nothing but a slots per hole. N is nothing but a slots per hole. Okay. For short pitch, you are going to calculate Kc and Kd. If it is of a full pitch, then you can consider Kc and Kd as 1 here. Okay. And similarly, if you want to calculate the complete line EMF, then you can use this formula. E line is equals to √3 into E phase. Okay, these are some of the problems which I have discussed, that is 4 days back. Okay, now take down a problem. Take down a problem. The first problem is a three-phase, 4-pole, 50 hertz, 50 hertz, star connected alternator has 36 slots, has 36 slots and 30 conductors per slot. 30 conductors per slot means per slot it is 36 means, so it is, I'm going to multiply this with the slots and the conductors, so I'm going to get the value for Z here, right? So or if you want, you can write down separately and then you can multiply. Okay, number of slots is 36 and each slot you have 30 conductors. So what is the total number of conductors? Then that will be 30 into 36. Okay, slots into the total number of conductors. Okay, let's stop. The useful flux per pole is, the useful flux per pole is 0.05 Weber. 0.05 Weber. Let's stop. Find the synchronous speed. Find the synchronous speed. Find the synchronous speed and line voltage. And the line voltage. Line voltage means you should calculate the line voltage, E line now. Okay. Line voltage on no load condition. On no load condition, assume winding factor of 0.96. See, they have given the winding factor as it is 0.96. Okay, it means they have given Kd. Kd is given the winding factor as it is 0.96. And what kind of pitch, whether they have given any pitch here? No, they have not given any alpha value, any pitch. Then you can assume it is a full pitch. Okay, then you can assume it is a full pitch, and under the full pitch condition, the Kc will be equal to 1. See, they have not given any other formula, any other values for calculating Kc also. So then if nothing is given in the problem, then you can assume it is a full pitch here. So I'm going to assume it is a full pitch. Now we are supposed to calculate Ns and E line. It is a direct problem. Okay. So in the previous class I have told you what is the speed. If alone N is given, this is my actual speed of a rotor. Okay. So if it is Ns means it is a synchronous speed. When you are going to achieve the synchronous speed, I am going to get this synchronous speed. The synchronous speed is nothing but a constant speed that I am going to maintain to obtain constant EMF at constant frequency. Without any fluctuation, without any variation, if I want to get my output, I should maintain a synchronous speed. Right? And the formula for synchronous speed is nothing but it is 120. Yes, it is 120 F by P. Yeah. Can we just calculate and tell me the value for Ns now? 120 F by P.
1500.
It is
1500.
Yes, it is 1500. The unit is RPM, revolutions per minute. Okay. So it is 1500. Okay. Now we are supposed to calculate what is that E line. Okay. I'll just write down the formula. What are the things you should calculate? We should calculate E line, the formula, the line voltage. If you want to calculate, the formula is √3 into E phase. Right. So now you should calculate E phase first. So I will calculate E phase. For calculating E phase, I have a formula. It is 4.44 kc kd f phi into TPH. Now kc is known to you, kd is known to you, f phi everything is known, but T phase you should calculate now. So for calculating T phase, what is that? For calculating T phase, that I have given a formula, that is Z, number of conductors per phase divided by 2. It's divided by 2. And do you know the value of what the per phase? No. You know total number of conductors Z here. Total number of conductors Z here. Now you have total number of conductors, and these conductors I have 3 phases. So initially they have given it is a 3-phase system. No. So I am going to divide this total number of conductors. It is 3 times. I am going to separate it to 3 times for calculating Z phase. How do you calculate Z phase? Z phase is nothing but total number of conductors divided by 3. Okay, so you should calculate this. Now, what is this Z? Z is nothing but 36 into 30. Okay, I will just write as such. It is 36 into 30 divided by 3. Can you just tell me what is the value for Z phase?
600, ma'am.
Is it 600?
No, ma'am, 360.
36 into 30 divided by 3. So it is 360. So per phase it is 360. 360 conductors that I can keep it in a single phase. Right. Use this 360 in the above formula. It is 360 per phase Z divided by 2. What is the value for this? It is 180.
180.
Yeah. This is your TPH. Substitute here. And substitute value for Kc. Kc I have given as 1. Kd as 0.96. Frequency as 50. Phi is 0.05 Weber. T phase is 180. Can you tell me the value for E phase now fast? The value for E phase is Are you getting this? Check it out.
Yes, ma'am. 1918.08.
1918.08 volts.
Yes, ma'am.
Now this is your E phase. What is that they have asked? They have asked you to calculate EL, right? Calculate EL. That is √3 times of E phase. √3 into 1918.08. If you calculate, what is the line voltage? Line voltage.
$3,322.11.
3,322.21. Okay, it is something like 3,322 volts, or I can write it as it is 3.322 kilovolts, right? It is 3.322 kilovolts, right? So this is how you are going to see. No need to worry. You just remember the formulas, and if you know the concept, when I should consider what, that is sufficient for solving any kind of problem. Okay. Take down the next problem. Take down the next problem. Here, 24 poles, 24 poles turbo alternator as a star connected armature winding with as a star connected armature winding with 144 slots and 10 conductors per slot. 10 conductors per slot, so I can write it is 144 into 10. That will be the total number of conductors here. Let's stop. It is derived by a low speed. It is derived by a low speed Kaplan turbine at a speed of at a speed of 250 revolutions per minute. They have given the speed, it is speed of 250 revolutions per minute. Revolutions per minute. Let's stop. The winding as full pitch coils. They have given here the winding as full pitch coil. If it is a full pitch, I can consider the Kc is equals to 1. It is a full pitch coil with a distribution factor of Kd is equals to 0.966. 0.966. Let's stop. The flux per pole is phi is equals to 67.3 milliweber. 67.3 milliweber. Determine the first point. Determine the frequency and the magnitude of the line voltage. You should calculate the frequency and the magnitude of line voltage, that is EL. You are supposed to calculate the frequency and the magnitude of line voltage. The second point is the output kVA of a machine. The output kVA of a machine. Output kVA of a machine, that is your output power of a machine. If the total current in each phase is 50. They have given the total current in each phase is 50. That is, they have given the current. So using this current, you are going to calculate. They have given the current, that is a phase current, that is IPH. The phase current is 50 amperes. And what kind of it is? It is a star connection. First, when it is a star connection, can you just tell me the relation between IL and I phase in the star connection? What is the relation? They have given the phase current here, okay? They have given the phase current. Can you just give me the relation between the phase current and line current in the star connection system? Whether it will be IL is equals to √3 times of I phase, or IL will be equal to I phase in the star connection.
IL is equals to I phase.
Yes, it is IL is equals to I phase. So I can write it as whether it is a three-phase system or a single phase, the current will remain same in the star connected system. Right, it is IL is equals to I phase, hence this you have done. Okay, now we are supposed to calculate the frequency, EL and the output kVA. Output kVA is nothing but output power of a machine. This I will tell you. Now could you calculate frequency and EL and tell me fast? For calculating frequency, what is the thing you are going to consider? The first formula that you have, it is for a synchronous speed is given, right? So if the synchronous speed is given, you have a formula, it is 120 F by P. So poles is known to you, NS is known to you. Can you calculate frequency out of it? What is the value for frequency?
15.
Yes, it is 50 hertz. It is 50 hertz. Now the second thing you are supposed to calculate EL. Calculate EL fast. Use the formula. For calculating again EL, that is the formula is √3 times of E phase. The formula for E phase is, it is 4.44 Kc Kd F 5 into TPH. Here Kc and Kd, they have given frequency. Just now you have calculated. Flux also given. Calculate TPH fast. How do you calculate TPH? TPH is nothing but here ZPH divided by 2. Okay, ZPH divided by 2, and for calculating Z phase, ZPH, that is nothing but total Z divided by 3. Total Z is nothing but it is 1440 divided by 3. If you do, you are going to get the value for Z phase as 480.
480, ma'am.
Yeah, 480. Substitute here and tell me the value for TPH. 480 divided by 2, it is 240. No, it is 240. So it is 240.
240, ma'am.
Yeah, substitute here in this T phase and tell me the value for E phase now. Tell me the value for E phase. What is the value for E phase? E phase. Are you getting this particular value? That is 3463.82.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
82
Yes, ma'am.
volts, and you can see when it is
34638.
3.463 kilovolts also. Okay. Now you have got this E phase. Now calculate EL, root 3 times of E phase, root 3 into E phase. You will be getting like something around it is 5999, 5999.52, or I can approximately I can make it equal to 6 kilovolts. 6 kilovolts. So this is my line voltage. This is my line voltage. Okay, now in the first thing that you have calculated frequency and the line voltage. What is the second thing you are supposed to calculate? I should calculate the output kVA. If you want to calculate this output kVA, if you want to calculate this output kVA, see you have already used this formulas. Okay. So if I want to calculate the output kVA of a machine, that is output power of a machine, that is nothing but what is the equation? That is root 3 into VL IL. Cos phi. Phi you are not going to consider, just consider the it is a unity power factor, or if you want you can write it even it is a cos phi, and this I'm going to consider it as unity factor and it will be equal to 1. Okay, and here when we do this, the output VA rating is root 3 VL IL into cos phi, but here they have given kVA, hence I'm going to divide this by 1000 to compensate that kVA. So it is root 3 VL IL in divided by 1000. Divided by 1000 for retaining my unit in kVA here. If you want, you can do like this, or finally after calculating the power, you can multiply divide by 1000 so that it will be in the kVA rating also. Now, for calculating the output kVA, this is a formula. Just now I have told you in the star connection, they have given the phase voltage I phase as 50 amperes, and in the star connection the IL will be equal to I phase. The line current and the phase current both will be same, hence I'm going to consider it is 50 amperes. It is 50 amperes. And what is that EVL? VL is nothing but a line voltage, and in this particular problem just now we have calculated the line voltage in the other denominations, that is EL. What is that? It is a line voltage. The line voltage is nothing but it is VL is equals to EL, that just now we have calculated, it is 6 kilovolts. Now use this formula. Okay, just substitute here and find out the value for output kVA, that is root 3 into 6 into 10 raised to 3 into IL is 50 divided by 1000. If you do this, finally the output kVA you're going to get it as it is 519.615 kVA. Why it is kVA? Because for retaining kVA I have divided here the extra thing. If not, you can leave this. You can leave this 1000. You can calculate only for this, and then you're going to shift a point in such a way that you're going to maintain the unit in terms of kVA. Because the problem that they have asked you to indicate the output power of a machine in terms of kVA. Okay, so use see whenever you start solving any problem in any of the motors or generators, you should know the basics of a single phase and the three-phase system that you have studied in your second or third module. Getting my point? So please do remember the concept and try to concentrate on the problems. And I'm stressing it again. In the internals, have entirely changed the values even where in the numbers it is not available in your textbooks also, so you have to calculate your answers. I have changed for random numbers I have given, and you are going to calculate each and every step, and you are going to obtain. If not, you are going to lose almost each question. You have 10 marks problems, you are going to miss that. I'm telling you, do not copy from your friends. Okay, any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. Here is one particular problem wherein we are going to use that Kc and Kd formulas. Okay. Take down the next one more problem. I'll be solving with the different method. That is here a three phase, 6 pole, three phase, 6 pole, star connected alternator revolves at 1000 rpm, revolves at 1000 rpm, revolves at 1000 rpm, full stop. The stator has 90 slots and 8 conductors. The stator has 90 slots. So the slots is equals to 90, and in each it has 8 conductors. So I can multiply with 8. So finally I'm going to get something 9, 8, okay, 720. 720 conductors. This is nothing but my value for Z. The flux per pole is 0.05 Weber. The flux per pole is 0.05 Weber. Okay. I assume it is sinusoidally distributed. It is sinusoidally distributed. Calculate the voltage generated by the machine. Calculate the voltage generated by the machine. Here they are not asking whether it is a phase voltage or a line voltage. So please do calculate both. If they are not specific, you are supposed to calculate both. Okay. Calculate the voltage generated by a machine if the machine factor is 0.96. If the machine factor is 0.96. Machine factor is nothing but here KD, it is 0.96. 0.96 and a phase value. So here they have asked you to calculate even the phase value, that is E phase. Okay, E phase and EL both they have asked you. Now calculator. These are the given data. First, if you want to calculate E phase, see here they have not given whether it is what is it, a full pitch or a short pitch. But when we go for this full pitch or a short pitch, one thing you have to remember here, they have given a word once after the flux per pole is 0.05 Weber. After that I told it is sinusoidally distributed. Sinusoidally distributed means as you go on varying the input, the flux also it will be varying sinusoidally. Okay, suddenly it increases, it goes to peak, and it changes its direction. Okay, whatever the principle of alternator that I have told you, it is moving accordingly to that. So just write down all the given data and try to calculate. Now, once after taking this data, you have calculated the total number of Z here, the number of conductors. Now I will calculate per phase what is my conductor, that is per Z phase. Okay, that is nothing but Z divided by 3, total number of conductors divided by 3, it is 720 divided by 3, then it will be 240 conductors that will be there for per phase. Using this, I am going to calculate the turns per phase. It is Z phase divided by 2. So it will be 120 conductors. 120 conductors. Now, if you want to calculate, if it is a distribution factor, if it is given as 0.96, if it is given as 96, let me check whether I'm going to get 0.96 or not using this particular formula. Okay, so what is the formula for KD? You know that KD will be equal to sine m beta divided by 2 whole divided by m into sine beta by 2. Okay, so KD they have given 0.96. I'm not going to calculate. Okay, just I'll take what is this m and beta we are going to calculate now. See, as you all know that, what is m? M is nothing but a slots per pole per phase. Okay, m is nothing but it is slots. How many slots per pole per phase? So if you take how many slots you have here, you have number of slots as 90, and how many poles you have? You have 6 poles, and per phase if you are doing so, it will be 90 divided by 6 divided by 3 divided by 3. So n is nothing but your number of slots per pole. Okay, or if I want to write n is nothing but it is slots per pole. How many slots you have? 90 slots you have. You have 6 poles. So that divided by 3, it will be equal to m here. So m will be, what is that? 90 divided by 6 divided by 3. If I do, then I'm going to get it is the number of slots per pole per phase. Now, using the value or the formula for beta, what is beta? Beta is nothing but 180 degree divided by n. N is nothing but it is 180 divided by slots per pole is 90 divided by 6. When I do this, I'm going to get beta as 12 degree. The angle of what is it? The angle of slots that we are going to maintain. Okay. Now you know m and beta. Substitute in the above equation and simplify. Finally, you are going to get this KD as 0.96 only. 0.96. So you can verify. Okay. So using this simple formulas, you can identify whether it is possible. Okay. So KD you're going to get it is 0.96. Just why I have taken this problem, I don't require to calculate this KD at all. Okay, I can directly take KD, it is 0.96, and I can substitute, I can find the value. But you should know if KD directly, if it is not given, if they give only slots per pole per phase, then how best you are going to use the formula for calculating KD. Getting my point? So KD it is 0.96, it is going to match. Now using this, you can easily calculate the line voltage. Right. So frequency, whether they have given frequency, no. If frequency is not given, use the formula Ns is equals to 120 F by P. If you use this, I can calculate. Ns they have given it is 1000 into poles is 6 divided by 120. Then your frequency it will be around some 50 hertz. Frequency is 50 hertz. Similarly, you calculate E phase. Okay, using a formula, it is 4.44 kc kd into f 5 tph. Okay, so using that you can calculate it is 1278.72 volts. And similarly, if you go for the line voltage, it will be root 3 times of E phase, it will be 2214.80 volts. Okay, again here in this particular problem, they have not given what kind of pitch it is. whether it is a short pitch or it is a full pitch. If it is not given, blindly you take it as a full pitch and you take Kc value is equals to 1. Kc value is equals to 1. So this is how we are going to solve the problems with respect to your alternators. With respect to your alternators.